Appreciation August is on 1 week early at integrativemysticism.com. From now until the 31st of August 2020, enjoy 20% off all Scarlet Moon services, including gift certificates when you apply the codes on your screen. We are now also accepting tips and donations for those of you who've been requesting that for the last 7 years. You can now leave a tip or a donation at my website, integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Pisces. It's time for your weekly horoscope for the coming 7 days. And look at that, we're back to using a 5-card spread. For those of you who've been following me for a bit, you may remember I used to do a 5-card spread, then it switched to 6, and then 4, and then we're back to 5. So what is going on when it comes to the week ahead of you? How do we close up July? This week for you Piscean people is all about getting crystal clear when it comes to what you are actually asking others, yourself, and the universe to actually create for you. And the reason that's showing up here is because for your spiritual themes of the week, we have the 9 of Cups in reverse. And this is an opportunity for you to see where we can't necessarily always leave all of our creations, our manifestations, our desires open to interpretation by others. You know, sometimes we are too vague. Sometimes we are maybe using another person's words. We're copying and pasting another affirmation. But that's not going to actually manifest anything because there's no resonance or energy propelling it. That's just an empty ritual. And personalizing your creations and manifestations requires an intimate understanding and familiarity on a personal level, on a vibrational level, with what you're trying to create. And you're going to find this week that a lot of creations, a lot of efforts, a lot of works that you've put out there are feeling almost half successful because it's like we're getting what we want, but it's not making us feel the way we thought it would. That's kind of how the 9 of Cups reversed works. That's how the 9 of Cups reversed rolls. In order to fix this, we need to pay attention to what we can intimately understand about the type of relationship we want to have. How does it feel to be in that household? How does it feel to be that partner? How does it feel to be that person working that job, having those friends, having that art project, whatever you're trying to create? Because if we are simply, we can't be passionately in love with something we don't know. That's not love, that's just infatuation. And infatuation prior to manifestation is okay, but it should be treated as a prompt towards getting familiar. Because the more intimately familiar we are with the ins and outs of an experience or a reality we want to have, that is the key to actually making it happen. As we get on to your material concerns and your material wealth, we have the moon upright. And it does look like we need to be working on some course correction work. Maybe not correcting our own course, but correcting something that is going down a road that is not what it was intended to be, or something that was going down a road that maybe it was not told to be that way. Maybe we've been following unclear directions from an advisor, from a boss, a coworker, a team. But the moon card upright is indicating something is happening with a financial or professional ambition that is going a bit off course, or it's starting to change before our eyes into something that is not what we were expecting. Now, this doesn't have to be bad. Some of you may actually find that this is exceeding your expectations, and this is actually something that was better than you could have hoped for. The moon is strictly neutral. It's true neutral. But at the same time, if you are finding that something is going in a direction that is suddenly unfamiliar, it's now shining in a different light, you need to pay attention to what is going on behind the scenes with it. Because with the moon, we may be finding out that maybe we were misinterpreting something, or someone was misinterpreting us, unclear directions, unclear maybe posts about certain opportunities, certain roles, certain jobs. We need to find out where something is actually not what it originally gave the impression of being. Nobody has to be out and out lying or deceptive in this situation. We don't have to be afraid of the moon card here. But we may not end up with what we think we're looking for. We may end up with something better, or we might not. And so this is a week where a lot of you Pisces people have got to be pushing for the clarity. Do not just follow blindly into that mist. We have to figure out what's going on here. As we get on to the community card, when we talk about friends, relatives, other people in your life, we have the Hangman upright, and I see a reconnection going on. It's interesting. It's not textbook Hangman, but, as you go, you evolve out of textbook anyway. The thing I'm seeing here with the Hangman is almost a reconnection. Oh, no, it is a reconnection of some kind with a friend or a relative that you may have put on hold in your life for some reason. Now, we may have just put them on hold because our paths went in different directions. We grew apart, things got busy, but it's not necessarily somebody you don't consider a friend anymore. It's actually somebody you still consider a friend, somebody you still like, somebody you still have love and affection for. But for whatever reason, the circumstance was put on hold. This is a week where a reconnect, if you'll have it, is absolutely possible. And this may actually be something that resparks the friendship to go on for, a long time, or it might just be something that we are coming back to, again, reconnect, and we will reconnect again further down the road. Sometimes you just have friends that stay the best of friends, even though they might not see each other for a good long time. But there is a reconnection with something that you've put on hold. I'm guessing this is a friend, possibly a relative, that does have something to at least offer you, or you have something to offer them, or we get something settled, something cleared that opens up a new door, or maybe respective doors for each of us. As we get on to your personal challenge or your lesson this week, we've got the King of Wands upright, being completely honest, impeccable, and unmistakable with your expression, which is a perfect complement to what we saw with the Nine of Cups in reverse. The Piscean people need to be paying attention to where it is time to be completely foolproof in the way that we are actually putting our thoughts, actions, words, and deeds out there. If we are leaving things vague, cutting ourselves short, asking for something to happen without asking for it, we're totally doing ourselves a disservice. It's not a good thing. And with the King of Wands upright, we need to be in a circumstance where we are actually kind of out with it, right? Speaking in a more, not just straightforward, because sometimes people can be curt and terse when they're being straightforward, but being passionately open, passionately forward when it comes to how we are expressing our feelings for other people, expressing our feelings and our expectations for our life, what our intentions are. Let your intentions be known and crystal clear. If you have been a mysterious Pisces, if you have been too buttoned up or too reserved, you know what? There's a word for that. Repressed. And this is a week where you have to understand sometimes that repression is just a self-suppression, and that can ultimately stop a lot of energy from going towards your creation. So we want to make sure that we are actually getting away from that if that's a habit you have. As we get on to the relationship card and love and romance, we've got the Ten of Pentacles upright. Beautiful card to end the reading on. We have a partner or a match, maybe a new person, that actually helps create or bring that love and environment that appeals to a hidden personal truth within you coming forward. And when I say a hidden personal truth, this may be something that you don't normally share with other people, right? This is something that we don't necessarily broadcast. Maybe we're too embarrassed to share it with our friends. We're too embarrassed to let people know our sweeter, unsullied side. But the Ten of Pentacles upright is actually bringing in a situation where either a partner, for those of you who are in established relationships, or somebody new can actually, whether it's with a change going on in their life or something they are now bringing to you or bringing to the relationship, can help make that actually a reality. And we are planting new roots here, because I am seeing with the Ten of Pentacles the symbolism of clearing and purging the ancestral roots and replacing it with a structure of our own is also something that can actually have its first starts this week. We are doing something to massively clear and get a clean slate, not just for us, for whatever we create that comes after as well. If we choose to let go of any old business that we may still have going on, with our old roots. Clearing the ancestral karma is a big part of spiritual awakening and spiritual growth. So that is your horoscope. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Don't forget, we got a sale going on. Take care.